Oh, let's see, let's see, let's see. What up, everybody? It is the Amish. All right, let me double check my. Let me check my audio. So, testing. Let me check my audio. Still hearing an echo. I haven't done this in so long. So, testing. Let me check my audio. All right, is that clear? One man and his detector. I think I'm clear. Andrea. Hello, hello. Apologize for the oh my god. Okay. Is it still good now? So the show starts in 10 officially, 10 minutes for anybody on the replay, like usual. All right. Hey, Andrea, and one man and his detector. How are you fine individuals? I first want to apologize that it's taking me so long to get back on. It's been an insane amount of things going on, and I've been seeing things that defy any kind of reasonable explanation. Pure blood. I swear it's like NASA's images and videos have some kind of spell on people. 100%. They do. They really do. And that's actually part of the topic of this stream. This is like a catch up stream, but there's a couple things I have to address because there's some bigger YouTubers that's been kind of like calling me out. They're like, don't be like Amish talking about people. I'm like, yeah, I see Bill Gates doing some shady stuff and genocidal type of stuff. I'm not going to call it out, like I call that stuff out the same way as I call out people who are supposed to be talking about the truth and they aren't. And, but yeah, the spell that's over top of these people, it's the same spell. It's all influence. It's the same spell that's been happening with everyone across the board. I've been having problems with like family issues because currently, as like an update, my mom has she's had a stroke, third nerve palsy. Um, she has issues with her kidneys and things now as well. A few other things, also multiple myeloma, and yeah, nobody can figure out where all this came from. I told them to ask the doctors what the cause is. That's how you know if you got a pseudoscientist doctor or a real doctor, because real science you have to have the cause of, which is also going to be part of the show. It's some crazy stuff. One man says, remember your oil for your lamp to see through these end days. Hey, Andrea. Yeah, thank you. I talked to her for multiple years. When this whole thing, even before this whole thing started, I would call her on my lunch break and like have chat with her and things and tell her about all of the wickedness, the evilness, and everything that's going down. And I thought sure she was listening to me. Uh, and no, she wasn't. And it's the same as my dad and many other people, some of my best friends, almost my whole family. Um, I was trying to talk to them, and I had a conversation with my dad as an example, and he just started like flipping out. And he was like, "That's disinformation. That's disinformation. That's disinformation." And he just started going crazy. So I started yelling at him and flipping out back because that's what I do. I don't back down against idiots. I don't care if I'm related to him or not. If somebody mouths off or gets smart with me, I will pop off on you. And the reason for that is because, like Nathan Oakley does people, everyone needs to get put in their place when they are doing a lot of lies and a lot of things, and that's why I call some people out. It doesn't mean I hate them. It doesn't mean I don't like them. It means that they need to be addressed. So, hey, wow, man, it is wonderful to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining. I'm happy people are still here. I thought you guys would be fed up with me now. Like, hey, he hasn't been on in weeks and weeks and weeks. Screw this guy. He's a shill. All right. So we got about 4 minutes. Dodge, what's up? How have you been? Dodge says, "Well, hello there. We missed your thoughts and glad to see you're back in the saddle. Love and prayers from England." Thank you. Thank you, my friend. And speaking of England, uh the Queen seems to have perished at 96, or to 66, like the other 99. It's all these sixes and inverted sixes. Isn't it amazing? Andre says, "I thought my mom was listening, but then she went and had the jab." Yeah, it's a very sad thing. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm seeing things that really defies reality, and it's even happening with a few truthers. So I hope everybody is prepared for. Wildman says, "Ding dong, the wicked witch." God, I had to get on live stream. Today is I have to get on here today. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna miss this. Um, so I do hope everybody's prepared for some of the stuff that I'm going to be saying today, because there's a lot of things that really need to get squared away. And I'm really happy though, about a couple things that I'm able to see now. There was a there was a lot of things that I wasn't able to see years ago, maybe, but now, like, even Eric Dubay called a lot of this stuff out. He called a lot of these people out, and I wouldn't understand it because I didn't physically see these guys do some of the things they're doing. But now that I physically, am actually witnessing these people, it's like everything is coming to fruition with some of these fake truthers and stuff. It's a shame. It really is. I have a new song though, by the way. I'm just about finished. I'm gonna try and release that either tonight or maybe tomorrow afternoon. I think you guys are gonna like it. It's really creative. I would say for my I'm just trying to decide if I should play some piano at the end of it, or if I should just cut it off. So I'll figure it out. But be on the lookout for that. But yes, we seem to have, unfortunately, the Queen um, has passed on. Well, pure blood. As soon as they isolate it and identify it, then hey, you know, then I'll be slightly more inclined to believe it. They're only 2 years late with the isolation process of it, and also while they're at it, they can start isolating AIDS. Is Charles now the king? I vote Amish for king. You know, I got a face that everybody can trust. They can trust me. There is no possible chance that they would make me king and I would have these people out on a podium strung up. I got a trustworthy face. They should make me king. I would rule just and fair. One man says energy lockdown's coming, just like prison. Lights off. Get your pots and pans and bang them out your windows, just like in prison. Yes, indeed. Um, so it's 10 minutes. Let me get started. I'm gonna start on that opening statement. The energy lockdowns. We have been telling people that all that was coming because for some reason, if you go and you look back at the geodesic surveys from 1918, you'll actually see that the ocean levels are actually lower than they were back in 1918 today. And yet we are still running around here acting as if, because even after you do the research on climate change or any of that stuff, they have been in court for this. They've had a lot of officials actually talk about this, and yet still, uh, people are acting like this is an unknown topic. This has been known for a while, and nothing has been going on. And it's been a lot of people actually, that's told people, hey, this is what they're going to do. And for some particular reason, people just don't want to do things about it. We need a nation. We need multi nations. A multinational thing to be educated. Once they're properly educated, they can actually fight back against some of this stuff, and we won't have as many issues. But until then, we got the aliens to deal with, and many other things because of Max Egan and the rest of these people that refuse to understand reality. You know what I mean? Um, Let me start on this though. First, I want to talk about Anne Hesh. Exactly, one man. Every truther, I know you guys have been waiting for me to talk about this. Believe it or not, I made 3 or 4 videos. Okay. And I was supposed to actually talk about this when this happened because I was so angry. Scribbles, welcome, welcome, welcome. Scribbles says, hey, y'all, change my profile name, formerly known as Luke Erickson. Hold on, real quick, guys. Give me a couple seconds and I'm going to go. Okay. So, Anne Hesh, a lot of truthers are caught up in this Anne Hesh situation. So, let me clarify something. This is an actress. This actress was so called seen coming out of a body bag or something. And the news footage zoomed right in on it, right when they wanted to. Right? Are we right? This actress also dated Ellen DeGeneres, right? One of the biggest celebrities in America, probably in the world, okay? Related to royalty, even. And the question is that I have for people is why do you think that you're watching something that they don't want you to see? This actress here, I have no clue what happened, hardly anybody does, but this actress may be okay. I got completely offended when I heard a lot of people come out and say that she was exposing something like Chester Bennington or Lincoln Park and them and all those Chris's name Chris Cornell whatever, like these people were about to expose something and then all of a sudden they're working on some kind of film or they're doing this or doing that. And I'm like, dude, if they were going to expose something, they would have exposed it. They're not going to expose it or waiting for this or waiting for that. saying that she exposed chemtrails. Let me explain something. Chemtrails have been exposed now probably even since before I was born. You understand? There's a lot of people that's been doing so much work on stratospheric aerosol injections and things, HARP, American Elements, and many other geoengineering and things like that. We got people like David Yates, who has published thousands of books, okay, himself on this topic. Okay. Hey, Morty, how are you? How are you? And yet they're saying that a mainstream actress that makes a movie talking about what if they're spraying us from the sky, right? Hypothetically, she's exposing chemtrails. Is she? Or is she making chemtrails to be more what's the word? Fictional by showing it on a movie. Am I right? I am just so beside myself that so many truthers are falling for this nonsense. After watching these people kill my family and friends, take over the entire earth, lower the age of this thing all the way down to 6 months so that they can kill more children, riot and brutalize people in all of these different countries. I am sorry, but I am under the impression that everything on the television is 100% the enemy of humanity. And I will no longer ever again look at the television as if um, it has any form of truth whatsoever. And any truther, after seeing what's happened in the past 2 years, any truther, okay, or so called truther that doesn't understand that everything we see, I don't care about Anne Hesh, not even in the slightest, okay? Not even in the slightest. I don't care what cult she's part of. I don't care about some electric car. I don't care about no burns on her. I don't care about any of this. For all we know, they could have been shooting a film out there or doing a drill. Remember those? Exactly, exactly, exactly. And I can't believe so many truthers have fallen for this nonsense. Everything that we see is 100% incorrect. It is never the way, and that's the problem with a lot of truthers. I'm not calling people out because I hate them or I don't like them. It's because I have to be honest. Like David Icke. David Icke, for instance, is a legend. But the problem with David Icke is that he says, "Oh, we're living in a simulation because mainstream scientists." Oh, well, what did you say, David? Did you say mainstream scientists? You mean the same mainstream that we said lie? Now they're agreeing that there's aliens, and you believe them because now it's coming out in the it's like these people know that these people are lying. The truthers know that everything they see on the television is a lie. But when it's something fascinating for their little tiny brains, little tiny brain truthers, they instantly get dragged away. Oh, see, I told you, Elon Musk said simulation theory and crap is real. Yeah, he also said space exists as well, even though people still feel like space and flat earth and things is a debate. This is not a debate. And people are sitting around acting as if it is. The same as abortion. It's not a debate. And the issue with abortion isn't the early abortions, it's actually the late term abortions. You see what I'm saying? Senses. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. So, and it is, Andrea, 100% a distraction. And I find it amazing that so many people are unable to understand a lot of this stuff. And they need to get it together. They really do. So I'm happy that this Anne situation is finally over, but it just like the George situation took a lot of truthers by surprise, believing that they're finally getting to see what happens because it has happened. A lot of police brutality, a lot of stuff that goes unknown on the television, right? And that's how they tricked most of the community, was by doing this in the shadows. And then finally, when they showed it on the news and they allowed everyone to see it, and it looked like it was bad because it was the police who have been known to do a lot of really bad things. But no, it was for an agenda. The same as Anne was for an agenda as well. No longer and never again will I be deceived. And that actually leads me into another point. There is a YouTuber by the name of Jay Dreamers. You guys know who I'm talking about? There's two of them. There's this guy, Jay Dreamers. Does anybody like Jay Dreamers by any chance? He has 76,000 subscribers. You believe that? Do we have fans of Jay Dreamers in here? I'm not going to say anything that's offensive, but I do have to. I have to say what I have to say here because it's very important that we all understand. But I'm going to go into Jay Dreamers real quick. All of this ties together. I'll explain in a sec. The other channel I just had up is Autodidactic. Okay, Autodidactic is it means to be self-educated. It's Campbell. He does a lot of Tartaria. Okay, scribbles. Plasma and the event guy. Yes. Yeah. Here's the issue. Like him, and also Archaix, because I do have something to say for Archaix, but I'm gonna save that for after. Believe me, I never used to have any problems with any truthers or researchers ever. Okay? All right? Ever. But all of a sudden, recently, I don't like anyone. So David Weiss, you know where you can kiss since you're up here on my channel talking crap? So here's the issue. Jay Dreamers, if you watch his videos, and actually, this is the first time I'm seeing this. If you read it here, it says, here you'll find fringe innovative theories. So I want to explain to everyone. He actually knows that everything he says is a theory. Therefore, I do hope that the fans of this guy know that he is not a truther, and he's not like me, and he's definitely not like Eric Dubé. He's not like half of the truthers in this community, period. He is a theorist, you understand? The same as Einstein was a theorist, the same as the rest of these fake NASA scientists are theorists. They come up with theories. Now, here's the problem with these people. What did all of them do with their theories? They push them on you as being real. So I just watched one of Jay Dreamer's videos and he's like, so the sky turned red and there's plasma falling on your head, right? And the zombies are coming up to you, but you're used to this. You know why the sky's red. You're prepared for the apocalypse like it happened years ago. Wait, what? Wait, what? And then he said that all of the hieroglyphs and the things that they drew, right? The stuff that they drew was what they were seeing in the sky. And I'm like, oh, really? Really? Can you show me the proof of that? Did you take a picture while you were there when they were drawing these hieroglyphics and things? Like, wait. Why are you telling people that this is the way that this happened for sure? I mean, and you get 100,000 subscribers based on theories. And you know what that does? It fills people's heads with endless amounts of questions. And it drives people further and further and further away from the truth. Do I have a problem with that? Yes, I do. People were saying, Amish, you need to shut up, dude. You keep talking about all these other people. Why don't you make content? So you know what I told those people? I said, okay, well, do you think talking about the same thing every day is content? You can look back over my videos and I talk about a huge array of different topics because I've studied a lot of different things. You understand what I'm saying? These people keep saying the same things over and over again, right? And they act like they're making content. They're not. This is an echo chamber. See what I'm saying? Morty says, I trust very few. One man says, I barely trust myself, knowing I've been in a trance most of my life. Morty says, wise, with the dollar signs. Yes, sir. That's all it's about, is these people making as many you know, as much money as they possibly can. They don't care about any of, you know, any of the truth. They're just worried about money. Right now, there's an insane amount of flat earthers that will actually support anybody who wants to, put out any kind of app or anything. If I was to make an app, I would say to you guys, hey, I want to make an app. It costs this much money and I want whatever. Can we all make this happen? I would spend mainly the majority on me. You understand what I'm saying? And then I would do whatever with however much gets donated. But I'm not going to say I need all of you to subscribe to me and pay me a monthly fee no matter what for me to put out an app. That is exploitation of flat earth. And that's why David Weiss, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, and a lot of people are all shills because they're here talking to all of these weird networks that have nothing to do with flat earth and pretending like they're actually spreading some legit information when they're doing more harm than good. But you guys understand what I'm saying about these theories, right? Chillster Deluxe. What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. I miss Shauna. So if Shauna, you should definitely send me an email or leave me a comment if you see this after this. I've been meaning to say hi and check in with some people. It's been crazy in my life lately, I will say. Anyway, let me go back to it. This is Alex Stein. All of these star people keep coming in here and destroying this truth community. When Eric Dubay called some of these people out, oh yeah, Chilster, yeah, muddying the water as they go. Yeah, that's what this whole thing is about, is muddying the water. And whenever I see people that I respect and that I've learned a lot from not falling for these things, it's really hard for me to not like get angry, you know? Like I said, I liked David Weiss. I really did. I learned a lot from him. I liked what he did. I supported what he did. I actually did buy his app. Um, do I like him now? I don't have an issue with him. If he was at a flat earth event, I'd probably say hi to him and stuff like that. Even if I talk about him on here, that's the point. I can say what I want. Doesn't mean I hate anybody. I'm just telling you who the enemies are. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like right now, if I seen Elon Musk, I would say the same thing. I would be like, yeah, you're a faker, you're a liar, you're a deceiver. See what I'm saying? And I would point it out to him. At the same time, I'd shake his hand if that's what it took. But I'm not, that's the way that it works. It doesn't mean that I hate these people. I don't. I'm just telling you what they're doing and I'm exposing them. And that's my point. This dude's up here saying that AOC, the most psychotic chick in the world, in a staged event, he walks up and gives her firepower to destroy more men like she likes doing. Saying this is my favorite big booty Latina, harassing her. Is this psychopath crazy? Like, is he absolutely crazy? You think this is funny? You think this is entertainment? Eric Dubay called Jeranism and these little pieces of trash out. He called them out and he said that they were all shills. I didn't understand it 100% then. Even though they did hurt the flat earth, they did. Multiple times. Jaron did. Bob did. Behind the curve, whatever it's called, on Netflix. What was the other one? To the Edge and Back with that piece of trash. Logan Paul. Well, Chill, here's the thing. I don't want anybody in the flat earth community harassing anyone. Okay? I don't want anyone harassing anyone on here. Okay? When it comes to any of these politicians. They will use that. And you are dealing with an entire population that has been so brainwashed that they are all killing themselves, and they will kill us for trying to stop them from killing themselves. And this dude up here is making it even harder for males to even look decent. He is a representative. He has almost 300,000 subscribers. He is a representative of a massive community. I don't have time for all the joking around and the lying or the harassing of these people. If I was within range of this woman, I would not be speaking to this woman directly at all, and it would not be in any kind of sexual none of that. None of that. She is disgusting to me. I would be pointing out her policies and how her policies are death. She would not take a video of me, I assure you. But when you got a retard like Alex Stein, a shill, Starman, why not take a video of him? Why not show how he's harassing her, which he was? And he's caught in this. Yeah, it is, Wild Man, 100%. He's caught into all of this, from these stupid raps to lying on these news channels and all this stuff, pretending as if he's doing something for this community. He was on there with David Icke and still mentioned nothing about flat Earth. Because people think that they're in a simulation theory. Because the evil ones have confused you so much. I seen something today. The reason I'm bringing this up is because Jaron just released What is the Ether? One man says, we enjoy your music on Banners twice a week, Amish. Chilster, never heard of who? Jaronism or Alex Stein? All right, let me get into the ether thing. I think it was Witsit on here. Oh, Alex. Alex is all over. Alex is like best friends with David Weiss and Jaron. All three of them run their show together. Like you can scroll down and you'll see there's David Weiss right there, but you'll see all of them all on their live shows all together pretty much on their shows. And he is supposed to be some kind of comedian who goes to town halls and all these other meetings and things and does all this dumb stuff. And the reality is that I am tired of comedians. I'm tired of Owen Benjamins. I'm tired of all this stuff. We need to make some serious moves here. Okay. I've showed people, and Eric Dubé has too. Okay. 100 years ago, we had this same conversation. And guess what came of it? Nothing. And that's when they were teaching flat earth in schools. And guess what? They still fooled everybody. So now we're at the point where comedians are trying to sit around here and talk about flat earth and make it seem like a joke, right? And even when it was known as a fact, they were able to change it. Okay. So that should tell everyone that we do not have time for the nonsense. Yeah, yeah. Three Stooges, 100%. Yeah, the baby truther. Yeah, that's when RV Truth got mad at him and stuff, which, he should have. But RV Truth is the same way. He does the same thing where he says everyone takes his work. I guess he owns Flat Earth, you know? It's amazing how these people have such crazy, crazy attitudes, psychotic attitudes. But let me get into this what is the ether thing. I heard Witsit on here. I don't think I'm going to play it because I don't want to really bore you. But he said something about he's trying to prove that atoms or something isn't real. Are you kidding me? What do you mean? He says that people who deal with the quantum physics and things, they are people who have to quantify everything. And some things can't be quantified. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's why I say these people have no idea what they're talking about. No one ever said you had to quantify everything. We said that, here's what he said. He said, isn't information or thoughts or or it maybe he said love. I don't know. I don't want to misquote, but it doesn't really matter because everything he's saying is wrong. But he said something about doesn't thoughts or love or something, isn't that real, even though you can't see it or touch it? Listen, here, no, but it's not even about whether or not we've seen this or seen any of that. You know what I mean? Let me explain the point. Exactly, Andrea. Let me explain the point behind the quantum mechanics. It's a trichotomy, okay? It's the natural, it's the man-made, and it's the supernatural, okay? Information is supernatural by definition. What that means is that information is real. Have you ever seen information? No. Does it exist? Yes, it does. So if I give you a safe with a combination lock on it, right? Okay? You're not going to be able to open that safe unless I tell you the code. When I give you the information, once you have that intelligent agency, once you have that information, you can open up the safe and get to the money because that exists. Information is real. It's supernatural by definition. It exists. Just like thoughts. Thoughts are supernatural. They are real, even though you can't see them or touch them. So, Chillster, you never seen an atom. Does that mean that it does not exist? Here's the thing about all of this stuff is that you have to understand that every science has been infiltrated. You understand what I'm saying? It's been infiltrated. So my issue with the ether situation with this guy is that I don't really want to discuss the ether or discuss what people think anything is. We need to establish freedom. And that's the problem with a lot of people is that they don't understand freedom. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Joe says, I might be able to open it. I can pick a lock. All right, look, Chelster. Here's the thing. Some of that stuff is called semantics. Okay, that's all besides the point. That actually brings up my next point. Here's my next point. You also have Max Egan. Max Egan says something every time on the end of his streams. He's a shill also. Okay, he says the truth is nobody knows the truth. What do you guys think about that statement? You hear anything wrong with that? The truth is nobody knows the truth. That's what he says. That's what he lives by. Do you all want to know what the problem is with that? Let me show you. Look up the laws of logic. Look up the 3 main laws of logic and you'll see what the problem is with that. He said the truth is no one knows the truth, which means that the true statement that he said is false. Because he said the truth is no one knows the truth, which means he doesn't know the truth, which means that his statement was false. It doesn't make sense. Just like all those evolution people that say, well, who created the creator? That's called an infinite regress fallacy. You're violating a law of logic. That means that it makes no sense. It means that if you agree with it, that is a psychotic statement. You can't form logic. You can't violate the laws of logic. So let's take God, for instance. God, if God is the Almighty, God cannot create something too heavy for him to move because he is the Almighty. It would contradict the laws of logic. These are laws that govern our reality. These aren't theories that I'm speaking out to you guys about, okay? I'm telling you guys actual, like, real truth. These are what the laws are, okay? Hey, here's a question. No. What happens, right, when you allow the laws of logic to be destroyed? Have you guys seen What is a Woman? That's what happens. A man is a woman, and a woman is a man, and a girl is a turtle, right? Because they haven't identified the law of identity. See, when you're allowed to be illogical, you have a world where it's okay to bring children into strip clubs, right? Right? Because it doesn't make any sense. Everything's flipped upside down. See what I'm saying? Do what thou wilt. Okay, you have to understand. I know that some of the stuff that I say, some people it resonates with because they're able to see the flat, truth behind it. And other people have never even heard of some of these things that I'm saying before. And they're just like, no, you're fighting back against this. And it's not. No, it really is. A man is a man. A woman is a woman. But as soon as you violate the law of identity, now a woman is a man that's also non-binary, that also is a bisexual, that also is a bicycle, but also is a person who identifies as being the ruler of the new world, but at the same time is only an animal. And we communicate through barks. So, yeah, right? That makes sense, right? See the problem? That's what happens when you violate the laws of logic. Nothing you say can make any sense after that. Let me catch up with you guys. Yeah, inversion. Um, Scribble says, one, to get closer to freedom, grow your own food. 100%. 100%. That's how you do it. And also, most people should do some of the stuff that I'm doing. I got to get my phone together and go out here and just like turn on my camera, show you guys some of the stuff that I got. But having you know, enclosures and things like that for some of your food, and stuff. It's really good. It really is. You have to there is going to be a major food shortage, and we need to be prepared for that. You know what I mean? You guys have to be independent and be ready. All right. 100%. One man says, nature knows the truth. It only speaks truth. You just got to learn to listen close among all the noise. Exactly. It's buried within the frequencies. Andrea says, I think everyone is on their own journey. Why should we be concerned about what other YouTubers are doing? Just speak your truth. We don't want he's wrong, she's wrong. How do we know? Here's the thing. And I do agree with you, Andrea. Here's the thing. The reason I get angry, right? And I just want to say this about it for everybody. The reason I get angry is because when we prove that a man is a man, that is what governs our reality. And whenever other YouTubers or other influencers that are worshiped as gods start, right, Chilster, misinformation is bad. Yeah. You have no clue what it does to the minds. I can't even save my family strictly because of all of the YouTube videos of all these other mainstream YouTubers saying that this is good for you and take it. I got people in my family that's like triple, quadruple, 5 times boosted up. You know what I'm saying? To the maximum, that's having so many problems. Okay. My mom was actually out doing gardening and she can't even walk anymore. Okay. This was a year ago. So, what I'm saying, Andrea, and everyone else, you're not allowed to come to me or talk and spread your lies about how my reality needs to be changed, how the definition of a man is now a female. You are not allowed to do that. That is a violation of natural law. That is a violation and a threat on me. It is a security risk, national security risk, because the reality is that if I dress up as a woman and I rob you and you tell the cops that a woman robbed you and I take off my whatever and I'm a man now, they're looking for a woman. Okay. It is important, okay, that everyone is identified and we establish laws of nature, and we cannot sit around here and have things twisted upside down. I don't focus just on other YouTubers, but whenever people are part of this community, you have to understand, I learned from Jeranism. I learned from Max Egan. I learned from Eric Dubé. I learned from all of these people, and I watch if they're attacked, and I would come to their rescue. I would help these people out if they actually needed it, okay? And that's why if they start doing something horrible, it feels as if they are betraying me when they sit here and go along with it. When all of a sudden I see some of my celebrities even that I used to watch and things just come out and say, you know, like Eminem saying, "Oh, I'll talk about anybody. I'll talk about killing my mom." Now Eminem actually apologized for saying the word gay because Eminem is part of the new world order, and that's what they want, is to show you that even him, okay, he can be brought down to size. He will apologize for saying these words. And it's funny that the person that he called gay was Tyler, the Creator, who actually was talking about people and calling people faggots in his earlier songs. That's how they mess with us. Hey, speaking the truth, brother. It's refreshing. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for joining. So you all understand what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying to make my whole show about other people, but I'm sorry. We have if there's an attack in the truth community, I have to call it out. If there's something wrong in the truth community, I'm going to call it out. If you come to me with, a wee wee and you say you're a girl, I'm going to cut it off. No, I'm not going to cut it off. I will call it out though. Seriously though, on a serious note, these things have they really do. They have huge consequences. Now all of a sudden, viruses have changed their definitions, right? Now they're allowed to change things, right? One man says, "I'm meeting more and more people and their health troubles since they had it." And yeah, it's insane. It's absolute madness. I'm a reporter. Andre says, "I agree. There's only man, woman, child, none of yeah. It is. It's just I know how all of it can seem like it's not connected, but it really is actually connected to each other. You know what I'm saying? It really is connected. All of these things are all part of the same thing. Well, it says my dog identifies as God and I'm his slave. I like it. I like it. I don't know if any. I don't know how many people got that. Wow, man! Except probably for us two. Maybe a couple of you guys got that. All right, let me get off Jaronism. I gave him enough promotion. What do we have? Archaix. Now listen, real quick. I'm not talking about these guys. I'm giving you guys look. I'm learning from all of these people, okay? I'm learning from these people. All right? Here, you know what? How about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? Before we go to that, right? Because I talk about Eric Dubé a lot. So here. Let me talk about Eric Dubé. That way, Eric Dubé is not uh left out. You guys okay? We good with that? So here we got Eric Dubé. What is he doing? He is giving you the full declassified information behind Northwoods. He might even do Midnight Climax. You know what I'm saying? And a couple other things. The Gulf War, Gulf of Tonkin, Vietnam. And more flat Earth information, things like that, like he does. The start of World War One and how they lied about it. And speaking of, I'm happy I brought this up. See, I don't have anything negative to say about anything that Eric Dubé is doing. What is there? What is there here for me to say? What is there here for me to say about Eric Dubé? What do you want me to say? Eric Dubé is not going around here walking up to people saying, "Hey, you're from Australia, Campbell, and guess what? I got some information, right? I got some information that you don't know about, and I'm gonna blow your mind." Okay. So this leads me into Archaix, which is the last guy I want to go over today. Okay. I don't have anything negative to say about Eric Dubé. Eric Dubé is awesome. See what I'm saying? This is some good info. This is stuff I always try and tell people whenever I'm talking and doing activism. I tell them about they lied about World War One, World War Two, Vietnam, freaking Desert Storm, to freaking they keep going and going and going and going with their lies. Every freaking war, okay, every war. So that's why I'm saying this is important stuff. Eric is not giving you what he thinks. This is truth. You understand? These documents have been declassified. Here's the problem with the world that we live in. People are so psychotic and crazy that even after Eric Dubé would show you these declassified documents, they would still say, that's not true. False. Misinformation, Eric. Eric, misinformation. That's why I don't want anybody, quite frankly, up here theorizing. We don't need theories. We need people to be grounded. And real quick, before I go completely off of Max Egan, let me explain. Max Egan says something. Okay, he says the flat Earth has divided this community. Max Egan, you can kiss it. Okay, what do you mean the flat Earth has divided this community? Flat Earth has not divided any community. He's mad because his compass was pointing the wrong way when he was on the plane, and the plane's compass was saying he was going one direction, and his real compass said he went in a different direction. You want to know why? You want to know why, Max? Is because Earth is flat. Nobody's been able to show any kind of curvature. Okay, have you heard of the salt flats? To explain to me how we have that much of flat land on something that has a degree of curvature per mile. I mean, please explain that to me, Max. But you used to look it up back in the what 19 Stone Age? Is that when you looked it up, Max? Max has disrespected. He has disrespected one of the most important parts of the truth community, which is the flat Earth. He has disrespected it. You understand? He has disrespected it, and he will never have a maximum of respect from me, okay, because of that. I like his work. He's very smart. Music Realm says, my bedtime. Catch you, beautiful being Saturday. All right, Music Realm. And thank you for joining, by the way. Appreciate it. I'm going to try and get on a little bit earlier, hopefully. I do hope. One man says, I met a guy walking his dog. He said he didn't know what kind of dog it was. I told him it was a Canardly? A Kennerly? He said, a what? I said, a Kennerly. So, yeah. You can hardly tell. Can hardly. I like it. I was trying to say that. Look, I know you guys try and get me to lose my train of thought. Okay, I'm super focused. All right, I got it. um, Max Egan. I'm just really upset that he's actually like talking crap on the flat Earth, and I'm also upset that what is it, Mud Fossil University? He's talking crap on flat Earth too. I don't know if you guys heard. He said, "You flat Earth guys, get out of my live streams. You're screwing everything up." I was like, "Oh, you guys, you made him mad." Because he's saying a lot of stuff without any kind of proof, and he's also a believer in all of these sciences. Listen, all of the sciences have been hijacked. All right, remember, these sciences have no experiments. Astronomy, astrophysics, geology, right? What I can keep naming them. Theoretical physics, right? Archaeology, right? These are all fake sciences. Sciences, sorry. So people need to understand it's not science if it has no experiments. Science establishes cause and effect. The definition of science is the study of the physical and natural world through observation and experimentation. The definition of pseudoscience is commonly being regarded as being based on the scientific method, right? It's science that looks like science, but it is not science, okay? It's important that everybody in the world memorize this stuff because here's the problem. When we allowed other people to influence and change it, you see what I'm saying? Then no one knows what science is. Now space travel is science. How's that? Can you explain? Yeah, I do believe that Max has a touch of controlled opposition, but the thing is that controlled opposition, you don't have to know that you're being controlled. You can just be an idiot, just like all the zombies out there. So what happens with all those people that took this thing? What happens when we get near them? What happens when we start mixing and intermingling with these people? We can destroy our blood. So those idiots are all in the world. The world population is controlled opposition. You don't have to know you're being controlled. Alex Jones might not even know that he's a puppet. He might think, that he's doing everything right. You don't know. No one knows that they're being controlled, including all of these people like Jay Dreamers and many others. All of this fantasy. How are we ever like time travel? Time travel? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Time is a concept. It is not real. It's not real. They fake artifacts all the time. I showed you guys multiple maps, haven't I? With multiple Jerusalems. I showed you where Jerusalem was. Jerusalem is in the Sahara Desert. I told you guys this. Richie from Boston is still saying that Jerusalem is in the fake area. It's not. It's not. All of these truthers, look, I can do a live stream if you guys want to go over it. I can show you in Chris's documentary And if you don't have the data to debunk this, and it's going to take a lot of research, I personally don't think it's debunkable. Okay. He has too much data, he has too much proof, it's too much evidence. Okay. Even admissions showing, okay, multiple maps, right? Pure Blood said, looks like I'm going celibate. To know that Alex Jones owns so much money. Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't, like I said, hey, Alex Jones's network is the one who discredited all the people exposing stratospheric aerosols, chemtrails, saying that Anne Hesh exposed it. And look what they did to her. Somehow she made it. Look, I could tie her down. I guarantee you she won't get up. You're not going to sit here and tell me that somebody that they tie in 3 different places gets up right before they go into the, what was their ambulance? 36, 36, 36 Mafia. Chilster says, I don't know about you, but I'm using the system to my benefit. Hey, here's the thing, Chilster. It's hard to use the system to anybody's benefit because the thing is, the system's created by the elites, and they only create that system to benefit them. Even if it seems like it's benefiting you, they will come for you. So say that Anne Hesh situation was real. She worked for the evil elites, and guess what they did to her? They killed her and took her organs while she was alive, right? Huh? That's what they do to you. So that's the thing, is that, remember, there is no way to benefit. The most evil thing that the dark side can do is to betray the followers of the dark. The devil, for instance, the most evil thing he can do is betray his follower, betray the one who got him to where he is. That's how the evil works, right? So say you run with a whole bunch of thieves. You know what's going to happen to you at the end of it? They're going to end up putting you up and stealing from you, and you will have nothing by the end of it, even though you ran with them and you were like brothers. You were brothers with a thief, right? By nature. Therefore, he steals from you. And you would expect a thief to not steal from you or to have some kind of moral code, but they have none. See what I'm saying? That's why there's no point in people joining the dark side. You will be killed at the end, right? They will use you. There is no way to survive it. But like I said, people think they're in a good position. They're not. You're in a very bad position. Similar to, just to give you guys an example of, what was it? Justin Bieber, paralyzed on his face. Um, the you know the purpose of this video demonstration here is to change the palsy, Bell's palsy, to change it to that Ramsey Hunt syndrome. See what I'm saying? So now when half of your face is paralyzed, it's now Ramsey Hunt. It's not the other one. See what I'm saying? Everything these people do, whether this is real or not, even if it was real, what they did was they paralyzed half his face. And then after they paralyzed his face, right? Even though he's part of them, they paralyzed his face if it is real. And now they're also using him again to say it's Ramsey Hunt. See what I'm saying? So what they did was, right? They actually spit on him, right? And then kicked him again when he was down. That's if it is real. See what I'm saying? So that's what the elite do to themselves. They actually hurt you and then force you to actually deceive others. Amazing. Amazingly evil. All right, guys. Let me get into dun, dun, dun. Archaix. This is Jason. Jason is protected by Max Egan. I'm not going to be on for too much longer. I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible. So Jason, he always has a weird troll thing going on. He wears a lot of Star Wars shirts and Yoda shirts, and he has a Fearless shirt on there. Look, you see him with his glasses, by the way. He likes to touch his glasses and do the eye of illumination. He does it all the time. He touches his glasses like what's the guy's name? Bill Gates and them. You all have to understand. You remember the situation that happened with E-War? Everyone remember that? Andrea says the only way you'll be better off is to come out of the system and become self-sufficient. 100%. You know, Andrea, though, I think that a lot of it's too late. Um I do. I think a lot of it's way too late at this point. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. I mean, maybe we can do something. It's just I don't know. But yeah, I think people need to start now, and they do need to come out of the system, and they do need to be 100% self sufficient. Gardening, learn. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's possible that this is the last winter that they might kick stuff off on. You know what I mean? You got the president up here, threatening half of the country. They're trying to start a civil war, and nobody's gonna know who's on whose side. Okay, and we definitely have to do something about that. But let me real quick. Let me just say a couple things. This upsets me because I want to learn from this guy. But let me just give you an example. This archaic summary part 10, the simulacrum AIX, default programming, NPCs, the Jesus Enigma. I like Jason as a person. I don't know him. He does kind of sit weird with me. I don't know how I feel about him yet. But this guy has so much information, and the information, like Campbell and the girl that he does his streams with on Autodidactic. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. She said, I could talk to him for hours. I had so many questions. So if he's a truther, why is it that when he talks to people, they have so many questions at the end? He kind of stirs up my inner solace when I listen to him talk. He starts talking about the canopy, and then he's talking about how Thor was here and then Thor's mother or Poseidon's mother. And he's talking about these weird ages of mythology as if they're real. And I don't see any proof of anything he's talking about at all. It's almost pagan. He combines all of the religions all together as one, and literally will go from talking about Hercules into Spider-Man from Marvel all the way back to freaking Thor. And people are just loving this guy. I think who was it? Mr. Astrotheology was listening to him. Um like he did a interview with him. Um Max Egan did an interview with this guy. Um, Campbell, Autodidactic and stuff. What makes this guy so good? I don't really understand. Oh, there it is. It's right there. He's holding his glasses. You see it? He's holding his glasses right here. Right here. Look at it. How much, real quick? How many Freemasonry signs have you guys seen? This dude does this all the time. He touches his frame on his glasses. Okay. I have like glasses for reading and things like that. I never, ever do that. I see him do that all the time. And I just was talking about it, and there it is. Something about this dude does not really sit 100% proper at all. Okay. I'm telling you guys that 100%. Tartarian truth. This is weird. Archaix can't control what companies' logos are. His intentions are to catch fish. See a whole bunch of nonsense. So, oh yeah, 33. Yeah. This is actually the eye of that symbol is the eye of illumination. Look up Russian Vid's latest video, and he actually goes over it, and he actually shows that same hand sign. Stephen King. Look up Russian Vid Stephen King, and you on his latest video he did a couple days ago. He actually goes over it. Stephen King does that same thing with this guy. He did it on Campbell's live stream too. He does that all the time. CC 33. And anytime Max Egan is promoting this guy, it's no good. What can you learn from someone that you have more questions? When I explained earlier about the laws of logic, I was educating you guys on that, and whoever else did not know the laws of logic, like the law of non-contradiction and things like that, and all this stuff. This stuff is important. These are things that you can look up and have clear definitions and govern the rules of our reality. I'm not sitting around here saying, here, let me have a shot at it real quick, okay? I'm gonna have a shot at it from some of these guys' point of view, from some of the other truthers, okay? So the laws of logic are mysterious, guys. You have to understand that maybe, possibly years ago, there was a different, an older form when language changed. There was an older definition, right? So we have to research the older definition to find out exactly what it might say about today. So who's to say which definition of what I'm saying is correct, right? Maybe a woman is a man, right? I could just slip that right in there and it works, doesn't it? See? You see what I'm saying? I was studying UFOs for the longest time. And you know what I found? You know what I found? Nothing. I found NASA hiding stuff and NASA smidging stuff, and they're covering it all up, and they're hiding and lying and doing this and doing that over and over and over. And look, we're trying to get disclosure. And Dr. Stephen Greer is talking about what happens when you go past the speed of light. The physics change at the speed of light as the same as the speed of sound. And I got so wrapped up in this nonsense when in reality, Earth is flat. Why is it flat? Very simple. Black Swan actually disproves the radius of Earth. If the radius of Earth is 3959 miles, then the max distance to the horizon can be no more than 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, as we see in excess of 10 miles from 1 foot. We have debunked the radius of Earth. That is a fact. It's not an opinion. It's not a debate. You can see for 10 miles from 1 foot off the ground. Facts. End of the debate. I would appreciate it if NASA would say, yeah, we are lying to you. We're sorry. Earth is actually hundreds of thousands of times bigger. At least then you would have an excuse for seeing 10 miles. But don't invoke terrestrial refraction and you have no clue what terrestrial refraction actually is. It's like, what is it doing? Is it looming? No. Okay. Anyway, back to Archaix. So he's combining a massive amount of history. And I have to say this, we can't nail anything down past 100 years. When I had a conversation with my dad about Rhine Riesenlagen, right? The Rhine Meadows, and how almost 2 million Germans were killed in Rhine Meadows, right? Left out there to starve by Eisenhower. Okay, when I talked about Dresden and how they just bombed Dresden 3 separate times and killed so many women and children, okay? And all these people are, the military was lied to, and actually they were told when they bombed Dresden, they were told that they were bombing legit places filled with things that could harm them, and that they had to do that. Okay, strategic military. It was nothing in Dresden except children, Allied forces, and hospitals. Okay, imagine you fighting in a war. And you go as a prisoner of war, or even you go as an injured patient, and you flee from the, it's over. It was at the end of the war, by the way. It was a war crime. Okay, it was the war was over, and they bombed it 3 times just to send a point. And they destroyed. And just imagine getting blown up. They said that they dropped so many incendiary bombs down there that the degrees of the air was over 1,000 degrees Celsius, and the firestorm was over a mile high, and you could see it from 200 miles away. Imagine being in Dresden at that time. I mean, it proves the Earth is flat. How can you see something 200 miles away? How many times do we have? There's millions of flat Earth proofs, and yet we live in a world of people that are so retarded that even if NASA said it's flat, the entire world would go and say, NASA, you are disinformation. That's exactly the way that would go. All right. But on a serious note, I'm being very serious because it upsets me. It upsets me. Okay. Shout out to Justice for Germans. Okay. Look up that website if you can. Shout it out. And the Germans died in the tens of millions in World War II. tens of millions. And it upsets me whenever I have to watch this stuff, but I know that I have to watch it and I also have to come back to it and refresh on it because this is my job pretty much, is to really do this particular type of stuff and let people know the truth behind a lot of these things. Okay? And I've watched how these people have sat back like Ryan Meadows and they actually starved 2 million people just because they're the enemies. They starved them. They just didn't give them water, didn't give them food. And how could your humanity allow you to do something like that? How? That's the danger of information. We live in an information war. All this would have been over if everybody had stopped the news from broadcasting, you know, which I would never, ever, ever do. I'm just saying, because that's dangerous. But if they could you imagine if they had stopped the news? Wow, I'm happy they didn't, because then we wouldn't be here. You know? God, I'm happy we're still here now, where we are on the brink of World War III, right? Instead of everyone understanding that, like Jan 6, how they're so-called peaceful protesting, and they're letting the news companies stand right next to them with onions, saying, "Look at these crazy people! It's a revolution!" Right? Information is the most dangerous thing. When you got people like him who have a wellspring of information, and he's questionable as well, says that he went to jail or something. Listen, these Freemasons, I have no clue whether or not you can be a Freemason if you're a criminal or a changed man or this or that. But I have to say this, he got his information apparently from books. Can anyone tell me what was the first form of propaganda in the 1800s or so? Or what's before there was you know, computers for say and things like this? How did they get the propaganda across? What was it in? The moon would have to speed up and slow down as it's going around Earth as Earth is moving around the sun. It makes sense. It does it. Hey, David Banner. Thank you for joining me. David says, evening. Glad you're back, Amish. Good vibes. So, what they were doing with the time period, 1800s, etc., was they were putting propaganda in books. All right, everyone. It was in books. It was in the newspapers. It was in the lies. Okay, Mark Twain and all of this stuff. All of this stuff was in books earlier in the early 1900s, etc. Books, books, books. Just because this guy apparently Archaix, Jason, just because he found some books and memorized those books or whatever, doesn't mean that his truth is better than what we see and what we've researched based upon some of these books and from other things, from family knowledge and other things that we've passed down over the years. Okay? He can't claim that his old books are the truth books. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Okay? Makes none. Hey, by the way, I do want to get some of you guys. I still want to get some of you guys on to have a chat with me, and I actually want to do that possibly this weekend or maybe yeah, I kind of want to do it, around 2 p.m. my time or something. If any of you want to come on and have a chat with me on my next live stream, I'll post it up. If not, I'll just continue with the show. But if any of you want to come on and have a chat with me, feel free. I'll let you know, and you can join up with me. Okay. Anyway, I just want everybody to know to be careful whenever you start listening to some of these guys. If it starts being so confusing, like the real history of Adam and Eve and the serpent and all this stuff, if it starts getting too confusing, it is really hard to actually say that that's viable information. um I just want people to understand the truth about the shape of the earth. I want people to stop harassing AOC because you're going to make us look like we're crazy. And anytime you got a psychotic president threatening half of the nation, you don't need Alex Stein and Jaron running around here putting out propaganda. And we don't need that. Okay. You got to understand that the information I'm putting out is the opposite information that Archaix is putting out. So my question is, how am I not supposed to say something about Archaix? How am I not supposed to say something about Jaron? How am I not supposed to talk about, Alex Stein when he's making flat earthers look like we harass women and that we're all crazy? How can why would I sit back and just allow that? You understand what I'm saying? This is extremely important. It's extremely important, and we have to do something about it. We have to speak out about it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be one of those guys that just makes content based on other people, but I'm trying to clean the community out because the community's filled with nonsense. Okay, like this here. I am 49.2 solar years old. I am 49.9 lunar solars, loony solar, loony solars years old. And I'm 50.8 lunar years old. Who talks like that? Honestly. I I don't want any of this nonsense. I don't want anybody's new ideals. I just want people to understand who the enemies are, who the propaganda is coming from, what we need to do about it, right? And how we all need to come together in the end. We do not need our entire history being turned up on its head because this guy decides to combine a whole bunch of ridiculous mythology, right? In with what we're doing. This makes no sense to me. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not saying this guy's a bad guy. I mean, maybe he's a good guy. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm just saying that this is too much. It's too much. You can't just come on here and just start talking about an insane amount of things like I I don't he's saying that the canopy fell and yet the canopy's still above our heads. I just want what we can prove, what we observe, what we see. And we need to slowly go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Right? And that's how we do it. Morty says, appreciate your knowledge and passion, homage. Much respect. Thank you. The lunatics. Wild man says. Oh, they don't call them that for nothing, you know? You can get wrapped up with the moon, even to the point some people actually believe it's cheese. So not only do you have floating rocks in a violation of natural law, but you got floating rocks that are actually cheese in a violation of natural law within a vacuum. You know what I mean? I do hope I'm gonna be trying to get on here like every other day if I can, you know. I'm definitely just gonna try and get on and just do some videos. Even if because I don't really make content, I just talk about other people apparently. But that's kind of because people are sitting here saying that maybe atoms and quantum mechanics is completely wrong, even though it has the most experiments more than anything. And maybe we should say that AOC is a big booty Latina and she's hot and and harass her while she's walking somewhere so she can use that as ammo against the flat earth. And maybe we should laugh and make fun and do raps and stuff, and you know, maybe we should just, completely destroy the entire understanding of history and just come out with all this weird information while doing 33 signs everywhere. And maybe Max Egan should come out and say that all of this is the flat earthers' fault. This is what he said. All of this is the flat earthers' faults because the world needs to come together. And as soon as he was making progress, this is what he said, by the way. You can look it up. Okay. I don't have to show anybody what he said. This is what he said, almost verbatim. He said, as he was making progress, bringing the world together, flat Earth came up in 2014, 15, whatever, and it completely destroyed everything. That's what he said. So if you think that I'm just gonna sit back, right? You think I'm gonna let somebody talk crap on flat Earth like that? It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay? It's not happening. Sorry. I don't care who you are. You can be David Icke. And I'm not going to allow you to say that without saying something back. Okay. I don't care if I got to send him an email. I can get his attention if I want it. I just personally do not want David Icke's attention at all. I would like to go on there at and actually talk about flat Earth with him, but David has a thing about him where he just wants to talk, and I just want him to see some stuff that he maybe has never seen. David says, Amish, what are your thoughts on the new moon mission and the James Webb CGI fest? Well, uh, listen. First off, you guys, I was trying to keep this secret, but now that you got look, David, I know you're on my network, so I know when I'm actually posting some of this stuff, and since you made it, you released the secret, I guess I might as well tell everyone. I will be on the new moon mission, by the way. I will be partaking in this. Yes. All right. So the cat's out of the bag, everyone. I'll be there. I bought a couple new GoPros and everything. We're set. So I'll be on that mission because there's a lot of people that don't believe in the moon mission. So I'm gonna have to show the proof with all of the technology we have to our advantage. So thanks, David, for ruining the surprise. I was just waiting for my face to pop up on one of NASA's live streams, and I would call him from a landline. I would actually use a landline. Like, I would blow your mind. I'll use a landline from inside the rocket ship in order to call the president of the United States from a landline. See what I'm saying? I would blow all of your minds. You have no idea. You haven't seen anything until I start faking it. Right? Buzz Lightyear ain't got crap on me, bro. What says to listen to like-minded people with honest, moralistic views is very refreshing. I think that's what it's about. One man, it's people have lost their morals. They really have. We live in a moralist country at this point. I mean, a world. It's not just this country here in America. It's everywhere. They have no morals. They have no clue. Um, you know, of anything. They don't care about anything. I see people constantly just making uh, a whole bunch of weird fun of different celebrities and things like that. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And when you deal with people with no morals, they don't care. They're like, yeah, we come from can't. One dude told me these Christians need to shut up. Can't God create a virus? And I just stared at him. I was like, dude, I can't talk because if I talk to you, I'm probably going to end up going to jail. So how about this? Since God's creating viruses, I'm going to let God handle you. Because if I do, there will be issues. So there's that. Hey, world without curve. What up, what up, what up? Oh, I would outdo them. You see, you haven't seen anything until you actually see somebody in a rocket ship while the rocket is taking off with all that noise that would deafen you and break your body apart from that vibration. You actually make the phone call there and still have noise, like noise suppression in the background. You know what I'm saying? I mean, clear as Verizon used to be. Back with that, you hear me now? Good guy. Yeah, that guy. Right? All right, let me see. There was one more thing I wanted to mention. Two more things. Yeah, Wildman mentioned crickets and stuff. You guys see all that? How they're putting all that like cricket powder in all the food? They've been doing that for a while. Like that's why I say to some of these people where it's like they start talking. I know a lot about like historical stuff, biblical stuff, the real scriptural type of locations of places, and the whole religion thing. With Islam, Judaism, Christianity, and all that stuff, and the paganism. With all of that stuff, like. But right now, we're all under such a massive attack that I don't have time to to really talk about that type of stuff. And it's so weird. You know what I mean? Like how people are still trying to talk about a lot of things like this without like right now we're under such a massive attack that it's strange to me that people are like not understanding the evilness that's really happening. Like literally, when they're putting bugs in your food, and they've been putting bugs in food for a while, but there's some seriously dangerous stuff they're doing, making us like, I know, like I've been taking some black seed oil and it's been helping me a lot, but having inflammation throughout my body, I've been crazy healthy. Like I haven't been sick in over 3.5 4 years now. I haven't even had a cold because of regular detoxes and intermittent fastings and things like that, and also big Berkeys and filtered water, and I don't really get sick. You know what I'm saying? I don't get sick, but years of these bugs in your food and cricket powder and all this stuff, it is really screwing some stuff up really bad, and they're really coming out with everything. They'll be saying they're putting humans in there after a while. And here's the thing, if the news said that we're putting dead people in food, if they just come out and say that, it honestly would not it wouldn't shock me. Like that's how desensitized I am. They can say anything. It doesn't matter to me. Like they're up here talking about the queen dying. I don't even care. Not even do I not care. I didn't even want to even talk about it at all. That's why I didn't even come right out and actually start talking about Anne Hesh, because I don't care. I'm tired of it. Maybe you all are too. Aren't you tired? They literally just put. I'm not even gonna talk about that because they're probably gonna just shut me down. It's not important. It's just as effective as the rest of them that they came out with. David says, try drinking some nettle tea, Amish. All right, let me put that in my. Let me write that down real quick. I've actually heard of that, but I haven't tried it. All right. Yeah, I have black seed oil that I've been taking, as well as. But to be honest with you, I get a whole bunch of like non-GMOs, superfoods and things, spirulina, a lot of spirulina and stuff like that. But also, Amanda Vollmer has a lot of different things, like a detox that she has for heavy metals and things. You definitely want to cleanse, heavy metals out of your body uh, a lot, because they are associated with Alzheimer's. You know, I'm not even going to go into it, but you guys know everything associated with that. It's amazing how you tell people that stuff and they don't care. Alzheimer's is a very my grandmother died from that, and it is very terrifying. There's something weird with the vitamin C, by the way, that I wanted to ask you guys about. I'm going to look into it and do some more research into it. But I get a lot of information from a lot of stuff that you guys say as well, and apparently there's some kind of weird vitamin B12 that is actually made with what's it called? Cyanide? You guys know what I'm talking about? So I just want to know what's going on with that. It's really interesting. Yeah, yeah, not vitamin C, vitamin B12, I believe. All right. Here, okay, since we're on, this is the last thing I'll end off with. Um this here, right here. Cyanocobalamin, vitamin B12. I want to know what this cyanocobalamin is, B12 used to treat uh, deficiency, except in the presence of cyanide toxicity. The deficiency, what? Used to treat vitamin B12 deficiency, except in the presence of cyanide toxicity. Have you guys heard of this? So what they're saying is, yeah, it's used to treat a vitamin B12 deficiency, except it's in the presence of cyanide toxicity. So I guess that answers my question. The deficiency may occur in pernicious anemia following a surgical stomach tapeworm. So is that what that is? Cyanocobalamin? It's in the presence of cyanide toxicity. So I guess it is cyanide a little bit or whatever. So if you look up everything, B12 has this in everything apparently. This is I know your body has cyanide a little bit, but when you add artificial cyanide, it's like all those guys that have those I'm not gonna say that, but it's when you take a person and put a whole bunch like a male and put a whole bunch of estrogen shots and things when you eat all those burgers from fast food restaurants and stuff and they got all that estrogen in it and crap, it's like it's unhealthy. um Wild man says our bodies are chemical factories. That way, that we have lost the way to use it to heal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The salt thing is ridiculous. It really is. There's a lot. That's just weird though. I kind of want to know what this is what this is doing. But I figured I had just heard about it, so I wanted to say something about it. You know what I mean? It's possible there's a lot of other truthers that may have already mentioned it, but this is something super important, especially in these time periods where you're trying to keep your energy up, your health up, and many things like that. Anyway, that's kind of weird. In the presence of cyanide toxicity, so I guess it is like you're taking cyanide. It's weird, dude. That's why I say, dude, nothing surprises me anymore, and that's why uh, I've been trying to stop people from taking different supplements for a while, and I told them just eat the superfoods that have these in them. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go and take vitamin C. Yeah, hemp seed oil, one man, yeah, stuff like that. Like if you can get all natural, vegan stuff, not plant based stuff. Okay, there's a difference between all natural and plant based. They have plant based meat, so that means that it's not. Look, there's plants like very dangerous plants, by the way. Okay, like poison ivy and other things that you really wouldn't want to eat. So just because someone says it's plant based doesn't mean that it's good for you. So a lot of people need to know the difference between that. But I'm not eating any bugs, so definitely be on the lookout for that crap and watch your bugs and stuff, your bug intake. Apparently, they can make you resistant to antibodies that are anti-inflammatory. So you definitely want to be careful with that. Anyway, everyone, um, last thing I want to end off on, Mark Knight from Wakey Wakey has a legendary video, by the way, and I think there is a part in it where he actually starts talking about women, and I want to play that part because he described real women in the best way. It was amazing, and he really explained the difference between a lot of the women that are out here these days, and men too, but a lot of the women out here that are here these days, and how the morality as well as the feminine and masculine have divided from each other. And he kind of put it in such a good way that I want to do it justice, and I want to share that because I got a couple topics that I want to bring up. A lot of it is dating, it's relationships, females, males, and the behavior between our future generations and stuff, and what's really happening here. Because it truly is disgusting, and it's more disgusting than ever now. Now that people have poisoned their blood. I just don't understand exactly why. Because I know people are stupid. Like one guy that I used to work with, he uh, he was holding out from taking all these shots and things like that. And I was like, dude, you know, you shouldn't be, you should stay away from as many people as you can that have done this. We don't know the implications of any of it. You know what I'm saying? And people who don't understand that, they're out here getting blood transfusions and they really don't have the information that they should have on what happens when you mix these things together. They don't even tell you what's in it yet. So, I mean, you still got that to figure out. That's been going on for 2 years. So, you know. Hey, David, whose interview with the scientist? Oh, wait, which one? You mean the which guy? Oh, Wiggy. Oh, yeah, yeah. The debate. Yeah, it was good. He's a legend. He's straightforward with it. He calls out other people too. He does almost the same thing as me when it comes down to it. He was talking about Max Egan pushing the what is it, the anarchists with that guy or whatever. Yeah, the world renowned astronomer. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm just I'm talking, I'm just asking you questions. Then he turned it on her, and she's like, oh, you're one of those. I don't want to do this anymore. Rage quit. Oh, he's legend. He's one of the best. Yeah, astrophysicists. Yeah. Oh, Yahuwah. Welcome. Yahuwah is king. I say that. Sorry. Um, I just talked about him. I hate telling people to go back and watch my stream. But yeah. You gotta go back if you weren't here from the beginning. Definitely go back. I say he is strange. Even from some of his symbols and things like this all seeing eye. Not all seeing eye. It's the eye of illumination. And yeah, he's you know he is strange and he's muddying the waters. He has a whole new set of history and people are just jumping on it. Especially Max Egan, which Mark Knight from Wakey Wakey, shout out, he called him out. He's like, yeah, it's looking really shilly. No, Mark Knight's more like he's more like I don't think I could do his accent. He's like, hey guys, he's looking really shitty. He's shilly. He's really he's promoting that. We got some bugs for you. Eat it up. Marvin, bugs are so good. I like my bugs. He's like, are you gonna follow the sheep right off the cliff? Yeah, Marvin. I'm gonna follow the sheep. And it's so true. Everybody does that. I'm like, God, dude, this dude's amazing. Yeah, Mark is amazing. He's another one. I don't have anything negative to say about him at all. He provides you with information. He gives you information and proof behind it. He informs you of what's happening in the world. He's not sitting here saying, he's telling you what age of, astrology that you're in, what the energy is, what to expect. So if you were to study astrology, right, you will understand that what he's saying, it goes right along with it and it works. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing weird. When it comes to Archaix, he's going to be like, yeah, and here's the thing. There's also a different form of, astrology that happened 500 years ago that you guys don't know about. You never heard about it. But I got the books of it. I know about it. Trust me, I'm smart. I got a lot of conviction. Let me adjust my glasses. And this part of astrology changed years ago, and that's the real one. But the one that you know is completely wrong because you don't know the history behind it. But I mean, it's not completely wrong, but I'm like, dude, shut up. just shut up already with this. I don't like his voice. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. I don't know if he's truly a Mason, but he is muddying the water. And whenever you get all of the biggest truthers, all promoting him, it confuses people, it confuses people. McCallion says he did my chart and it was awesome. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's intention is. I mean, maybe he, the thing is I don't think that we can afford at this point to have all of these weird alternatives, especially when we've established things that are factual. You know what I'm saying? When you have these weird alternatives, it just gives way to weird stuff, like Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Oh, Mark Knight. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, you're astrological. Mark Knight's amazing. He is one of the ones I want to meet. I want to meet him. I want to meet Eric Dubay. And I do want to meet Campbell. I oh dang. That's unfortunate. I'm just trying to think of some people that I really, really, truly want to meet. That's been influencers, but now they've kind of pissed me off so royally. I don't think I really want to meet a lot of them. But yeah, he's one of the ones that I really want to meet. I love all of his series. It's nothing crazy. It doesn't hurt your head. He shows everything going on, whether it is, he's a true reporter the way it's supposed to be. The problem is that when you change the definition of things, now truthers are theorists. Truthers are theorists now. So they come up with all this alternative history like Archaix and Jaron and them and Alex Stein and the rest of them. They start coming up with this weird stuff, like, oh yeah, what's this? What's that? You know what I mean? And it's amazing, quite frankly. It really is. Hey, Benjamin. Benjamin says, I want to meet you. I wish I could actually do a meetup, man. I don't think I have enough subscribers to actually do like a meetup. I'll be like, come down here, guys. Like let's hang out one day. And then I'll be sitting there all by myself. It'll be like freaking, I'll be looking at my watch, like, well, some people will walk past, like, yeah, why is that guy out there sitting in the park by himself? I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, that guy's weird, you know. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, it's just so I did want to clarify that I'm not here to oh yeah, Dell, yeah, Dell's good. Be Imaginary Curve, yeah, Dell's awesome. He's he's really cool. He really is. I don't have any issue with Dell or anything. Dell's the same way. Dell said in one of his streams a few months ago, he said, listen, you're not going to be up here telling me that, when I die, that I'm not going to be able to, roll up a cigar somewhere, you're not going to sit here and tell me. I'm like, exactly, dude. Too many people are sitting here trying to tell people with 100% certainty of what happens, to us after we leave here, and how, Russian vids is like, you have to say that Jesus is your Lord and Savior, or you go straight to hell. You do not pass go, and you do not collect $200. You go straight to hell if you do not accept the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And bringing up RV Truth, right? I'm happy somebody brought that up because I want to tell you something real important about this dude. Benjamin says, "Come to Ireland." I want to go to Ireland really bad, like really, really bad. I love Ireland. I have a little Irish accent I've been working on. I'm trying to get it down. It's really hard to have that Irish accent. It's like I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. You need more props, Amish. You don't get enough credit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Dell's amazing though. Yeah, he talks to people. He challenges people. He lets people know that you can have a an opinion on something, right? But it's not something to take completely as facts. You're not supposed to just be theorizing because how did we end up here? We ended up here because of theorists, you know? Einstein with his theory, right? Newton with his theory, right? Right? Theory, 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 theory. That's all it is, you know? It's amazing that people actually think that um, ice melting can overflow something. You know, when you put ice in a cup of water, it's already at its level, right? It won't overflow when the ice melts. I just can't get it. I can't do it. Benjamin says, just say, top of the morning to you. Is that, hold on. I got a better one. I got a better one. Let's not be a ninny now. What about that? There's nothing to shake a stick sideways at neither. Is that any good? God, this is a really, really hard accent to do because you have so many like words that are slang in a way, and you have to say the words that like Irish people say in order to make it sound good. Like if you say like sentences like I say it, like in America in general without that accent, you know what I mean? It's or with the accent, it will not sound good. Like you have to say like phrases that people say to make it sound kind of Irish a little bit. Yeah, I love Ireland personally. Um, it was that bad, Benjamin. Stop trying to hurt my feelings. I thought that was pretty good. So real quick, Benjamin says Dell is very strong and poignant. Yeah, agreed. The differentiation between I almost lost it with that word there. That different. I was about to just keep going and going and going and going. You almost messed me up, world. That was hard. That was about to be like the differentiation, man, you know, of objective and subjective, 100%. 5 out of 10, Benjamin. Get out of here. Thought it was pretty good. David says, exploring the way optics work within your experience is pretty mind blowing. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I like Dell. Yeah, he's one I would like to meet. Yeah, I'd actually like to meet Dell. He's cool. He doesn't say anything that's just like crazy out of his mouth at all. And that's my issue with these people is that all of a sudden they have lost their minds. They're going crazy, dude. And I don't know why, but they're all going crazy. You know. So real quick, two things about Russian vids. Russian vids interviewed Bart Sibrel. You guys know what I'm talking about? Bart Sibrel. He is the director from Astronauts Gone Wild. Now, producer, whatever. He's the guy who got punched and stuff. Check this. If you guys watch this video right here, you know what? I'm not gonna play. I kind of want to play it. Bart Sibrel says something very important in this interview. He says, believe, believe, believe. He says, listen, and I want you guys to know, me and Russian Vids, we don't agree on everything. But we both believe that, God created the earth. And we both believe that Christ is the Son of God. And we both believe that Jesus is the way to our salvation. And we both believe that that NASA's not telling us the truth. And we believe. Shut up with the belief. That's not what I'm about. I'm about truth and I'm about showing it with the proof. I'm not about belief. We can't be about belief. And we all know this. We know this. And that's what shows the problem with Russian vids. That's what shows the problem with Bart Sibrel is that even after this massive hoax, Bart Sibrel still thinks that NASA's telling the truth about space, even though they lied out their teeth. They have been caught and known as liars. There is not one rational individual that can learn or even watch any of Eric Dubé's videos and not be a flat earther afterwards. I was a UFO researcher. And what I realized is after watching some of the videos, after I seen like Eddie Bravo and them start talking about it and everything, right? What I learned was NASA lied, and they said they lost the moon landing tapes. I'm like, dude, wait, okay. First off, I never did see the moon landing. I believed in it, and I thought it was real because I heard about it, but I never looked at the video. And now I looked at the video, and I'm like, wow, okay. Oh, this is bad, right? I started thinking about it as a rational person. I was a NASA, I never defended any of them, but I watched NASA to figure out what was going on. And slowly I started seeing them change things, like saying that the Earth's atmosphere extends past the moon and all this other crazy stuff. And things just started changing and changing and changing. And then a picture of the sun was a jack-o'-lantern sun and all this other crap, And I seen somebody left a comment on a video one time about black holes on the internet, and it still stuck with me years later. And they said, black holes are very much theoretical. And I'm like, wait, what? No, they're not. They're talking about black holes like they're real, like they've seen them and got them and know that what they've done, they've tested them, right? And I'm like, wow, okay, I see. David Banner says, realization of an apparent horizon twists up your melon. Hey, Ricardo. And Benjamin, my Irish accent is good, okay? I don't like it when you be hurting my feelings. Bart Sibrel striked my first stream 3 times because I played his vid, A Funny Thing. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't like to play any of these guys' stuff. Bart Sibrel, look, he he showed a lot in this astronauts gone wild thing. He showed a lot. And this is more than enough proof to show how NASA lied and faked the moon mission alone. My issue, though, I seen this blew my mind with that hat there. I was like, oh crap. There we go. RV Truth, look at him. Look at him. Blowing my mind. But he's such a pious piece of trash. Kicking me off his network, calling me Eric Dubé's goon, and all this other stuff. I'm just like, dude, like, no. And then he said it, people keep stealing his work. And I'm just like, dude, no, you're not the king of flat earth and you don't own flat earth. So there's that. But yeah. It was really, every time I hear this guy talk, this is like another interview that he's done with Bart Sibrel, but every time he talks, you hear nothing but belief, 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 belief. The only thing, if you ask me, and one of the best things that David Weiss even says is belief is the enemy of knowledge. And the thing is that we can't have a world filled with nothing but belief. We need facts and proof, which is why I'm wondering why Jaren's people and things are up here talking about, you know, the ether and all this other crap and how how quantum mechanics is wrong. Quantum mechanics is the most scientifically it is the most scientifically validated field of science with the most experiments, right? Why would anyone start to discredit quantum mechanics? You don't do that. I might have done a video a while ago, if any of you remember, months and months ago, about them blocking all of that. What do you call it? Hold on a sec. Are these people like nude bombing me? Mm. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of that happening. Um, yeah, don't click any of those links or anything if there's links. Okay. So that's really my whole point behind all of this stuff is these people, it's not that their disinformation is what I found. What I found is they're muddying so much of the water and stuff. And their inability to come to terms with what's real and what's not is completely outrageous. Like I don't even know how to explain any of it. It's just it's outrageous. You know, it's like even with Alex Stein and what was I saying about Jeranism and them? They know what'll hurt flat Earth and they know what'll help it. And these people are representatives. They're representatives. These are some of the biggest people, you know, in the community, and they need to act like it. They need to be representatives and treat it with more respect. You know what I'm saying? They do. It's like I said, I think what's happened is it's like you know, you got people in here like Owen Benjamin. And Owen Benjamin demonstrated to a lot of people that he can just disrespect people and fight with people. You know, when Eric Dubé wanted to talk to him, he just attacked him. And he's attacked so many people. He's attacked a call for an uprising, many other people where he's just attacking them in a violent way. In a way, it really is. It's not like a you know, a questionable way. Like when I say I got an issue with RV Truth, it's because RV Truth says that he owns flat Earth, that it's his work. Everything that other truthers say comes from him. That's what he said. He said, you need to listen to me and you need to unsubscribe from him. And you don't need to listen to any word that he says. That's what he said. That's my problem with him, is a legit problem, right? It's not, oh yeah, I'm gonna make fun of Eric Dubé. I'm gonna call him Savanya. I'm gonna call him this. Shut up, Eric. Shut up. Get out of here. Do it. Comment one more time. I'm gonna ban you, Eric. I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you. You see what I'm saying? That's different than me saying that Russian Vids is a piece of trash, has a trash personality because he's a mean spirited individual. Because he's treated me really badly, and I debated Fight the Flat Earth in his defense. He didn't ask me to debate him or anything. I just decided to debate him, and I didn't get to upload that, but I got the video of it. It's up on I'm sure that Fight the Flat Earth has it up on his thing, but yeah, it was like a 2.5 hour. It was before I had this channel, so it's from like 2 years ago or so, but yeah, it was before I even had a channel. I mean, I've been debating people and doing this stuff is like doing this stuff for a while, even without a channel. Morty says, RV 2015. Anyone who takes money is a shill. RV in 2021. More ways to donate than Jared. Oh God. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try and also any of you guys, anybody new in here, if you wanna any of you guys, we talked about it before. I'm gonna try and get on way more often now. And if any of you all want to come in here and have a chat with me, let me know. On my next stream, actually. If no one wants to chat, I'll just do a regular stream. But it might be in a couple days this weekend. You know, either that or maybe Monday. I don't like to bother people on their weekends. Um, with you know, videos and things, but I might do something at night, maybe starting at this time or something. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, is this oh, it was John Carpenter. Was it John Carpenter? Yeah, it was John Carpenter. It wasn't Stephen King. But anyway, what I was talking about was talking about this. That is the Eye of Illumination. And that's what I was talking about that Archaix does. He does that stuff right here. But always touches his glasses and does that. Always. He does it on every stream. I don't know if that's a habit or not. Like I said, I have glasses and I grab them by the part that wraps around your ear, not the round glass itself. I don't want to put fingerprints on my glasses. But I've seen a lot of people do that, like Bill Gates and them. So I don't know. I'm not saying he's a Mason or a shill based off that. I'm just saying I have no clue. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Could be showing allegiance. Yeah. He doesn't sit right with me. I don't have an issue with him, but he just stirs something inside of me where he's just like, how could I don't know. Even I don't know. He's a weird anomaly. Even with all of this constant, like he knows the whole history of Australia and the whole history of freaking my garage down the road, and then the whole history behind my neighbor's garage. And I'm just like, dude, when you go in too deep on some of that stuff and you don't cover major world events, saying that in 1940, so or 2000, what did he say, 2040, there's going to be a Phoenix event. I don't think there's going to be a Phoenix event. I think, and this is purely me, right? And I like to tell you guys that because I'm not here to influence you so that you think that I have proof of this, because I don't. I think that these pieces of trash elites are going to screw up the earth and the weather with electromagnetic weapons, possibly. Who knows what they have, right? And they actually could, okay, cause some major flooding and major earthquakes and major issues. And there could be an event coming up shortly. But I don't think that there's a cycle that this earth goes through. I do know, because I think there's enough proof of it, that these geysers and things actually opened up as water came from underneath as well as above. And I said when I first had my channel that when you look up at like the sky and you videotaped, I forgot what is it called, the nebula and stuff like that, it looks like the sky has been cracked open, like the windows of heaven opened up and poured rain in. When you look at the sky, the night sky like that, it looks like a giant crack. Okay, it does. Okay. As soon as I looked at that, I almost had like this weird feeling come over me. We're like, that's a break. That's a break, you know? Um, so there's that. You know what I mean? And they are messing with the weather 100%. So but like I said, with Archaix, he's putting this little timeline on 2040. Listen, I'm not waiting around 2040 to find him. He'll be like 80 years old, okay? And he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I was wrong. No big deal, guys." No, it is a big deal. You misled people for 20 years, but then again, maybe they let themselves be misled for 20 years. Nothing is going to happen in 2040, I assure you. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen by Agenda 2030, right? I assure you. You won't even probably be alive in 2040. Especially, you might not be alive next year if we don't come together and understand what's important. And it's not changing history and grabbing your glasses like this every single day. Okay. But this is a sure sign. And when you see other people doing this, it really does stand for something. And I think that, even that E-War situation and what happened with him, that's a very serious situation. We have to be careful of who infiltrates the so-called truth movement and if they lie. We have to be very wary. Anyway, everyone, I heard brand new tube got hacked, by the way. So if any of you, you might want to check into that. But anyway, I'm going to go and prepare myself to wake up early in the morning for some work I have to do. I do electrical engineering. So there's that. There's some stuff I want to do, Oh, another person I'd like to meet is Paul Kolk, by the way. He seems like a cool dude. He does a lot of exploration and seems like he has a really cool personality. I like him. He does a lot of history, Tartaria work. He does some brick work where he does some geopolymer. Seems amazing. I really like his work. He's awesome. I wish I could get him on here and talk to him. I probably could. I've never actually talked to these guys. I've never asked them to. I say that, but I haven't made any effort into doing it. I do too, Wild Man. It feels like it's right at our doorstep. I have a feeling that this winter is going to be very serious for some reason. Okay. And if it's not this winter, and we survive for 2 more years, this election that they're going to do, I'm 100% sure it's going to be some psychopathy going on. You know, either they are going to put Trump back in here, which is, I just can't deal with that crap. People lose their minds when you say Trump. You want to see somebody's like blood vessel bust? You want to see somebody's forehead bust and blood roll down? Say Trump. All of a sudden they'll just go, what? Racists kill you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Like it's really bad when you hate this mumble rapper in office and you're like, dude, I'd rather them just keep him in and piss off the Republicans. I'd rather that rather than hearing Trump. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. Trump is something else. So yeah, it might just be climate lockdowns or rolling blackouts. Probably gonna freeze us off in the winter. I don't know, man, but nobody's prepared. I've been watching a few people, and when they took that food stamp thing down, everybody was like, "I'm gonna call the cops. You don't give my food stamps back." Literally, I'm serious. That's what they were doing. I'm not trying to be funny, but yeah, they're ready to call the cops on the government for not giving them their food stamps. So these people don't even have dinner for the night. Okay, so hopefully they'll eat each other. So I say, man, prepare for the zombies. There's a lot of them. All right, all right. Well, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I hope that resonated with everyone. Thank you all so much for still hanging in here with me. And nobody really seemed to have left. I'm missing a couple of you. I want to see Shauna, and I want to see a few of you. Cryptic. I want to see you guys. So, thank you all for joining and hanging in there, listening to my painstaking non-content where I talk about people and how worthless I am, as people say. Anyway, I'll do some actual content next time. How about that? But yeah, I'm gonna try and get some people on and do some chats. So thank you all for joining. I hope you had fun. I do. Until then, if you guys want to talk to me, just feel free to leave a comment. I don't know if I can talk as much. I do have some more free time now, though. So you can email me, Amish Space Station, at Proton Mail if you want. Feel free to email me. Just let me know who you are, and we can chat. Anything. If you do music and you want to collaborate on something possibly or ask me any questions about anything, just feel free. Thank you all for joining, and thank you for spending your time with me, as your time is not owed to anyone. It's the most valuable and precious resource in the world. So I really appreciate it, you know? So thank you. And everybody have a good night and have a good weekend if you don't hear from me back this weekend, but hopefully I can hop back on. Until then, I'm a space station. I'll see you.